Ready opening, Nimzowitsch-Larsen attack, 2, Nf6 3.Bb2. Giveaway. One player was winning, but then gave it away. That game was pretty competitive. The opening was balanced. That was a well-fought middle game that white got the better of. Both players had a nice endgame. b3 is an uninspiring move that prepares to bring the bishop to b2 and attack the center later. After white's conservative opening move, d5 is a strong move that seizes control of the center. Fianchetto move bb2 places the bishop on the long diagonal. This develops a knight from its starting square, activating it. By doing this, a knight moves out of its beginning square and into the action. The bishop is prepared to grow into a functional square. The bishop will be better off as a result of this. As a result, the bishop grows and gains flexibility on the long diagonal. Castling gets the king to a safer square, out of the center of the board, while also developing a rook. Castling kingside tends to be safer because the king is further from the center. It is the last book move. By growing a bishop from its initial square, this activates it. That's good. What I would have advised is that it is ideal. Castling develops a rook, while also moving the king to safety. Castling to the same side of the board as the opponent tends to lead to less sharp positions as compared with opposite side castling. It is good. This is not the right idea. It is an inaccuracy. This is an equal trade. It is best. Backs off. It is ideal. This hits in the middle and prevents the opponent from gaining ground. It is ideal. Very precise. It is best. This develops a knight from its starting square, activating it. It is quite good. This develops a bishop off its starting square, getting it into the action. This threatens to reveal an attack on a knight. It is excellent. That's a decent move. That's good. This defends the attacked pawn. It is good. This keeps the material balance in check with good commerce. It is quite good. Recaptures. It is ideal. This misses a chance to make a pawn-winning threat. It is incorrect. This is not the best. It is an inaccuracy. By moving a rook from its starting square, this activates it. It is ideal. This defends a piece that is being attacked but is not well defended. It is ideal. This offers to exchange pieces of equal value. It is best. This is an equal trade. It is best. Backs off. It is ideal. While not a mistake, that is also not the wisest course of action. That's good. This move puts the queen on a safer square. This threatens to win a pawn. It is good. The rooks are coordinated and powerfully doubled on the file. This stops the opponent from being able to win a pawn. It is excellent. A very strong play. It is excellent. By growing a queen from its beginning square, this activates the queen. That's good. There were worse moves, but also something much better. It is an inaccuracy. That's fine. It is good. This allows the knight to control more squares. It is best. Perfectly on point. It is ideal. It is a fair deal after all captures. It is quite good. Recaptures. It is ideal. This misses a better way to move a queen to safety. This allows the opponent to win a tempo by threatening a bishop. It is an inaccuracy. This mobilizes the knight, allowing it to control more of the board. This threatens to take an outpost with the knight. It is good. This attacks a rook, winning a tempo when it moves away. It is best. This wins a tempo by threatening a bishop and forcing it to move away. It is best. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. This is the only good move. It is a great move. Backs off. It is ideal. This requires an open file, a typical technique for rook activation. It is quite good. That is a logical response. It is quite good. A solid choice. It is excellent. This is not the right idea. It is an inaccuracy. This is an equal trade. It is best. Recaptures. It is ideal. This overlooks an opportunity to fork pieces. It is an inaccuracy. This defends the attacked pawn. It is good. That's a decent move. That's good. The best choice is this one. It is ideal. The rook is now on an open file, which helps control squares across the board. This threatens to take an outpost with the knight. It is best. The knight can now control more squares as a result. This poses a threat to an outpost manned by a knight. It is ideal. This poses a threat to an outpost manned by a knight. It is incorrect. Although the score was nearly equal, white now has the upper hand. It is incorrect. After all captures, this is an equal trade. This is the only move that works. It is a great move. Backs off. It is ideal. Although white had the upper hand, the game is now almost even. It is incorrect. Only one move worked there, and this wasn't it? This overlooks an opportunity to defend a pawn that was under attack. This allows the opponent to take an outpost with the knight. It is a miss. This moves the knight to safety. It is excellent. This defends the attacked pawn. It is best. While not a mistake, that is also not the wisest course of action. That's good. This keeps the material balance in check with good commerce. It is quite good. This is an equal trade. It is best. This moves the knight to safety. It is excellent. Among the best actions. It is quite good. That's fine. It is good. This would be a missed chance to move a piece to safety. It is incorrect. This ignores a more effective technique to reclaim a piece. It is incorrect. What I would have advised is that. It is ideal. This threatens to kick a rook. There was only one good move in that position. This ignores an opportunity to win a tempo by threatening a knight. This allows the opponent to create a passed pawn. It is a mistake. There was only one good move there. This ignores an opportunity to create a passed pawn. It is a miss. Backs off. It is ideal. This wins a bishop. This is the only move that works. It is a great move. This might indicate that a rook was attacked. It is ideal. This captures a vulnerable bishop. This is the start of the endgame and white is better. It is best. Very precise. It is best. Although white lost their edge, the game is still almost evenly matched. It is incorrect. The pawn is now passed because it can no longer be opposed as it attempts to promote by other pieces. That's good. That's a decent move. That's good. A pawn that was being attacked and had no defenses is now protected by this. It is ideal. Perfectly on point. It is ideal. This strikes a rival knight. It is ideal. The knight is now on a square that is more secure. This poses a fork piece threat. It is ideal. The knight now occupies an outpost, a secure square in the opponent's territory. This stops the opponent from being able to fork pieces. It is excellent. This avoids the knight's check. It is quite good. The game was close to balanced, but now black is worse. It is a mistake. Only one move worked there, and this wasn't it? This overlooks an opportunity to threaten winning a pawn. It is a miss. A very strong play. It is excellent. This avoids the rook's check. It is ideal. This poses a checkmate threat. It is quite good. After all captures, this is an equal trade. This prevents the opponent from being able to play checkmate. It is excellent. Backs off. It is ideal. This moves away from the knight in shining armor. It is ideal. This protects a rook that was being attacked without any defense. It is ideal. This evades the check from the knight. It is forced. The best choice is this one. It is ideal. This steps away from the checking knight. It is best. Giveaway one player was winning, but then gave it away. That game was pretty competitive. The opening was balanced. That was a well-fought middle game that white got the better of. Both players had a nice endgame. This defends the attacked rook. It is best. Giveaway one player was winning, but then gave it away. That game was pretty competitive. The opening was balanced. That was a well-fought middle game that white got the better of. Both players had a nice endgame.